Okay, I'm going to call the meeting to order. Can Mary, you read the Open Public Act statement?
In accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, the board secretary has forwarded notices of the meeting for advertising by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Secaucus Town Hall on the bulletin board of the Education Administration Building, as well as notice being provided to the Bergen Record, Jersey Journal, and the district website. Motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Jerry?
All right.
Jerry? Jerry?
Jerry, unmute yourself.
Yes, I just did.
Jerry,
Okay.
there's a screen there that I think you need to take down.
Okay, I'll have a
Yeah.
look. I have to go through. Just a
It's not
minute.
appropriate, not appropriate.
All right, I'll see it. Hang on. I am looking. Can you be
Bottom line.
bottom
Bottom
line?
line,
Yeah, right. This one?
yes,
Okay,
thank you.
all right.
Okay now?
Okay.
Can we rise to salute the flag, please?
Yes.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag
to the flag
Of
of the United States
America,
of America,
and to the
and the
republic
republic for which it stands,
for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
liberty
liberty,
and
justice for all.
justice for all.
Thank you.
Sorry, Annie.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Bartletta? Mr. Bartletta?
I think he has to unmute.
Present.
Unmute.
Sorry, yeah, I was on mute. I got it.
Ms. Cali?
Here.
Ms. Eccles?
Here.
Ms. McFarland?
Here.
Mr. McStowe?
Yeah.
Ms. O'Connell?
Here.
Ms. Pantiliano?
Here.
Mr. Patel?
Here,
Dr. Strobert?
Here.
Approval of the minutes?
So moved.
Mary? Mary, do you want to read the motion for minutes?
motion,
Mr. Bartletta?
Yes.
Ms. Cali? I think we lost Joan. I lost Ms. Cali. Okay. Ms. Eccles?
Yes.
Ms. McFarland?
Yes.
Mr. McStowe?
yes,
Ms. O'Connell?
Yes.
Ms. Pantiliano?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
yes,
Dr. Strobert?
Yes.
Grace, I don't see Joan.
I know, that's why I'm just looking to see where. Jerry, is she trying to get back on? You're muted.
Yeah, I don't see her at the moment. Oh, no. Still hasn't shown up yet.
Okay, all right, because I'll let Jerry know then. She's trying to call in, Jerry. She lost the connection.
Okay.
All right, he's gonna look for your number, okay?
As soon as it shows up. Is
Oh.
she calling in? Is she calling in?
She's called, she's. Is it 929-436?
929.
Hold on, Joan, he's getting it.
The dial-in number is 929
929-436.
436.
All right, she's gonna try doing, you mean the internet connection, Joan, or calling in the internet?
All right. Okay.
'Cause, meetings on. Okay, can you repeat the last four digits, Jerry?
Sure, it's 2866.
What is it?
2866.
28, so it's 929-436-2866.
And then she'll need the codes.
All right,
She has the codes to get in as well?
I think she seemed to have that. If not, I'll call her.
I'll send it to her again.
Can Mary move us along? Because there's a lot of people waiting.
Sure. Okay, we're up to the section then of correspondence. There's no correspondence at this time. Jen, would you like to give your superintendent's report?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I just have a couple updates. One is we are just completing, believe it or not, our 11th week of virtual learning. We've had many successes during this time. There are things that, of course, we are working on. This being an unprecedented time, we faced a number of challenges, but I'm very confident and proud of the work that our teachers and our administrators have done to put our distance learning plan forward for our students. We're trying to improve the process and the options and availability for our students to keep that gap in learning very close. We are currently working right now on our end of the year procedures for staff and students. We are coming up with various scheduling procedures for staff to safely return to their room. When that will be, that is what we're currently working on. And we're also working on how students will receive their personal belongings at the end of the year. So all of that is in the works right now. We want to ensure that is done in a safe and appropriate manner for everyone. And we are also currently working already on what September will look like. There are a lot of questions around that, but our administrative team are working on various plans based on several options that could possibly take place in September. And we will be following the guidance from the Department of Ed. And we are being told that a lot more guidance will come to us in the next month so we can continue planning for September. And once again, we want to ensure that safety is number one, the health of our staff and our students and everyone that enters all of the buildings in Secaucus are safe and remain healthy. So, but we are working on all of these things. The big announcement, of course, that came this week was Governor Murphy announced that in-person commencement ceremonies can take place after July 6th. He had made that announcement this past week, but last night, he set forth several suggestions, restrictions, and criteria that came out in order for these ceremonies to be certified by the Department of Ed. These ceremonies need to be done and certified by the Department of Ed in order for them to take place. Some of these restrictions include full temperature checks, contactless procedures, and a capacity limit, which will be based on the state guidelines for outside gatherings. So for example, currently we are only set to have an outside gathering at this current time for 25 people. Due to this may require multiple graduations. Please know that I just want everybody in the community and of course the board to know that myself, the Board of Education, the mayor and town council, the police department, and the DPW all want to plan wonderful, appropriate, and safe ceremonies for our graduates. At this time, we are working very closely together on these plans based on the current and future guidance from the state and the confines of the law. So that's just a quick update as to where we are right now, and hopefully in the next coming days and weeks, things will continue to, the numbers will continue to decline like they are, and we'll receive further guidance so we can move forward. So that's just a quick update as to where we are. Thanks, Grace.
You're welcome.
Board Secretary report,
No report at this time.
public forum.
Jerry, do we have any questions on the agenda items? Oh, wait, you're muted, Jerry. You're still muted. You're still muted, Jerry. Oh, I think he's probably helping Joan to get in.
So we don't know whether or not there's anyone in the public wants to speak to agenda items.
There are no hands raised at the moment.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Are you?
Governance.
Governance committee?
Personnel?
Yes, governance committee. Who's on the governance committee? To make the first
I would like
resolution?
to accept the recommendation of the superintendent to approve and adopt resolutions R 1.01 through R 1.09 and motion M 1.01 as described below for the following.
Second.
Discussion? Okay. Mr. Bartletta?
Yes.
Miss Eccles?
Yes.
Ms. McFarland?
Yes.
Mr. McStowe?
Yes.
Ms. O'Connell?
Yes. Yes.
Ms. Pantiliano?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Dr. Strobert?
Yes.
Policy.
Policy committee, someone?
Sorry, one
He's coming.
second. I'm coming. I motion to accept the recommendation of the superintendent to approve and adopt resolutions R2.01 through R2.02 as described below.
Second.
Discussion? Okay. Mr. Bartletta?
Yes.
Ms. Eccles?
Yes.
Ms. McFarland?
Yes.
Mr. McStowe?
Yes.
Ms. O'Connell? Ms. O'Connell?
Shoot.
He's here.
Ms.
You're muted,
Pantiliano?
Kath. Okay, Kath.
Ms. Pantiliano?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Dr. Strobert?
Yes.
Jerry, were we able to get Ms. Cali?
Yes, she's on her way in. She's just
Okay.
dialing in.
Okay. Do you want me to wait on this resolution for her or move forward?
Move forward.
What break. No, I just,
No, we can't keep waiting.
Okay,
Shared services?
Any report on shared services?
No
no
report.
report, no report,
Legislation?
no report.
Education Committee?
I move to accept the recommendation of the superintendent to approve and adopt resolutions R 5.01 through R 5.02 as described below.
Second.
Discussion? Okay. Mr. Bartletta,
Yes.
Ms. Cali, Ms. Eccles,
Yes.
Ms. McFarland,
Yes.
Mr. McStowe,
Yes.
Ms. O'Connell. Unmute.
yes.
Ms. Pantiliano,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Dr. Strobert.
Yes.
Grace, I'm here. What
Oh.
did I not vote on?
Okay, you did not vote on governance. Are you a yes on governance, Ms. Cali?
Yes, I'm looking, yes.
Okay. Are you a yes on policy?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Curriculum?
Yes,
Okay. All right, you're all caught up.
Joan, we're athletics, Joan.
athletics, are there any reports?
No
No.
reports.
Technology,
No reports.
No reports.
operations, finance,
Yes, I move to accept the recommendation of School Business Administrator, Board Secretary to approve and adopt resolutions 8.01 through 8.10.
Second,
roll, discussion? Roll,
Mr. Bartletta,
Yes.
Ms. Cali,
yes.
Ms. Eccles,
Yes.
Ms. McFarland,
Yes.
Mr. McStowe,
Yes.
Ms. O'Connell,
yeah, yes.
Ms. Pantiliano,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Dr. Strobert.
Yes.
Safety, security, buildings and grounds,
Make a motion to accept the recommendation of the Board Secretary to approve and adopt motions 9.01 as described below.
Second.
discussion? Roll,
Mr. Bartletta,
Yes.
Ms. Cali,
yes.
Ms. Eccles,
Yes.
Ms. McFarland,
Yes.
Mr. McStowe,
Yes.
Ms. O'Connell,
Yes,
Ms. Pantiliano,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Dr. Strobert.
Yes.
Technology,
No report at this time.
okay. Mr. Kaiser, Dr. Kaiser, is there anybody in the public forum? Questions?
You're muted, Jerry.
If anybody raises their hand for a question, I don't see any at the
Mr.
moment.
Evanson. Mr.
Oh,
Evanson.
okay, great. I'll unmute him.
Stephen's got to read the statement.
Good evening, everybody. This is the public forum in which the meeting is open to the public for the purpose of addressing any subject matter that is pertinent to and/or directly related to the operation of the Secaucus Public School District. Residents wishing to speak on such items must announce themselves, provide us with their address and the subject matter which they would like to speak to. Comments are limited to 5 minutes per person. The board may or may not respond to issues raised by members of the public at the time they are raised, but will provide a response if and when that is appropriate. The board asks that you be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Please note that the board will not respond to comments regarding students or board employees in light of the privacy rights held by those individuals. Moreover, the board discourages comments about such individuals and will not be responsible for those comments. Members of the public who choose to speak during the public session should carefully consider their comments since they may be held personally liable for any statements they make. Finally, please note that in accordance with district policy number 1100, the board will not officially comment or respond to any matter mentioned unless it can confirm that the matter has first been brought to the attention of the administration in an attempt to resolve the issue informally. Thank you for joining the Secaucus Board of Education this evening.
Do I have clearance now?
You have clearance now, Mr. Evanson. It's all yours.
All right, thank you. 1407 Harmony Code Towers. It was just a matter of scheduling aspects. There's an award ceremony scheduled for June on the Monday. Is that still in place?
Which one is that? June 8th?
Scholarship.
Scholarship.
Yes, we're having a virtual ceremony on June 8th at 6 o'clock. The invitation is currently being made. That'll be virtual. That's going to be live streamed.
Right. Then the athletic, is that still scheduled?
That is not.
It is not.
We're working currently right now on how we're going to handle the athletic.
Now, how about the elementary schools? They were, I thought, going to do a virtual. Is that still in place?
It is a virtual promotion ceremony, you mean? Yes,
Right.
they're working on that right now.
But no date set?
No.
Then I'm done. This is good. So nice to see all of you, particularly Mr. Bartoletto, who's apparently in the basement.
Jerry,
Anyone
I
else?
believe
Anyone
I
else in
believe
the
we have
public?
one more hand up.
We have a quick look. Have to,
Hello?
yeah,
My hand is up.
Yeah.
Mr. Young.
Mr. Young? Okay. Here we go. Got it. Okay, Mr. Young?
All right, thank you. John Young, Orange Terrace. The first question, glad to hear that there is something going on regarding planning in-person graduations. Just not clear, did the term graduates include the 8th grade or just the seniors in high school?
So the 8th grade actually is a promotion ceremony. Graduates typically are ones who are leaving the district. But with that being said, we're working on ideas to celebrate the students at the end of the year. So no decisions have been made yet, but we are working on various options. And in fact, I had 2 meetings today, Mr. Young, on that. So we're all committed to doing celebrating our kids appropriately. We just want to make sure the guidelines and restrictions were very tight, and more are coming our way. So we have to see what we can do with the confines of what we're given.
The 8th grade has historically had a ceremony at the PAC Center, similar in kind to what the seniors in the high school. There's never been a distinction drawn between promotion and graduation. They're given caps and gowns, and they're recognized in front of their family and friends. Keep in mind, this 8th grade class is the first 8th grade class that left the elementary schools. Never had a ceremony at the PAC Center. They were the second class to come in as the 6th grade. Their 5th grade promotion was held at the school that they left, not at the PAC Center. These are young children who have gone through trauma as we all have.
get them to, what was she gonna tell him?
Mr. Young, I don't mean
Did
to interrupt
somebody
you.
mute themselves?
Yeah.
What was this woman
Not
gonna
on,
tell
please
him?
mute.
Was she telling you?
Okay.
Okay. They
have lost, as have other students, everything. But they specifically have lost their dinner, their pool day. Their trip has been pushed off for 5 months. Hopefully that'll happen, but as we all know, that's still an uncertainty. They're not going to have the opportunity without some type of ceremony to say goodbye to kids. You know, unfortunately, we don't keep 100% of our 8th graders into freshman year. There's a good number leaving. They're going to high tech. They're going to St. Peter's Prep. They're going to Bergen Catholic, Don Bosco. This is the opportunity as board members to do right by these kids. Give them the opportunity. If you can plan it for the seniors in high school, there's no reason it can't be planned similarly for the 8th graders. If money is the issue, put it out to the parents. I promise your gap will get closed. I know you've had additional expenditures as a result of the pandemic, but I'm sure you've also seen a lot of savings in budget items. You haven't driven a bus for 3 months. I'm sure your utility bills are down, your water bill, everything is down. There's money, but there's money in the community as well. Don't let money being the controlling factor to decide whether or not these children get this last final send-off. Give them the opportunity they deserve. Give them something back. They've lost baseball, basketball championships. They've lost the opportunity to compete in the science fair, National Honor Society. The list goes on. You know what it is. This is the one thing that this board has the opportunity to do. You couldn't give them a pool day. You couldn't give them their dance. You couldn't give them their trip. This is the one thing the governor has said this board has the ability to do. Please don't turn your back on these children. Give them the opportunity they deserve. The reason you have so many people at this meeting today is because the word is in the community that you don't intend to do that. Mr. McStowe, how many of those 8th graders have you seen through your soccer program? Don't let them down. This is the opportunity. I know my wife would like to say something as well. I don't know if anybody else has a hand raised. We can sit back and she'll raise her hand again. I yield the rest of my time now. Thank you.
In 18 hours, we got over 600 signatures of people supporting the 8th graders in the town of Secaucus. I just hope that all of you that are elected to the board take this as the opportunity to serve, to give them this. We're not asking you to do something that, you know, Waldwick Township was going to sue the governor if they couldn't give an outdoor graduation. I don't think we have to roll our eyes. We just have to listen, right? We just want the opportunity for these children to get what their siblings have gotten, what other children in Secaucus have gotten. My husband highlighted all the things that they've lost. And I get you're not in control of the pandemic, but you are in control of giving them this graduation. It's within your custody, control, and ability to do so. And to not do it, to say that it's money, and my husband just said, we'll solve the problem, we'll fundraise, we'll do whatever's necessary, but if you can figure it out for the high school, then it's doable for the 8th grade. And I respectfully urge you, beg you, as do the 600 people who signed that petition and the 47 people that are on this Board of Ed meeting now. You have 8th grade parents very committed to giving their children this opportunity, and I really hope you hear them and see them tonight asking you to do so.
Thank you.
We have 2 more people with their hands raised. Ms. Bautista?
Hi, my name is Colleen Lopez, and I represent an 8th grader, Madison Lopez. I'm her mother, and I have to say that this has been a very trying time for all of us. I just feel that if we don't do the same for the 8th graders as we are planning to do for the high schoolers. I've heard that there's actually a date set, a rain date included. I feel that psychological ramifications are too numerous to mention at this forum. But there's a big backing of parents that are in agreement that 8th graders should have a graduation. Not ever have I ever heard of it referred to as a promotion, as it has been tonight. It's a graduation. I picked up my daughter's cap and gown. It's a ceremony that has been done year after year, and now it's her turn. She's been here since kindergarten, and she deserves that opportunity to walk across that stage, or, you know, grass, wherever we have it, somewhere outdoors, and have that opportunity. It should not be taken away from her. If it's done for the high schoolers, it should be done for the 8th graders. It's either all or none. Thank you for your time.
We have another, Ms. Rullo.
Yes, hi. I just want to say I agree with John and Colleen, and if you can send me the petition as well, I will be gladly to sign it and have my husband and some other residents of Secaucus be able to sign it as well. I didn't know that there was a petition going around, but I would like my kid to have a graduation as well. Thank you. So I vote yes.
There's another, Allison. I don't have a last name.
Hi, this is Allison Patron. My daughter's an 8th grader, and I also would like her to have a graduation. Her brother had it, and so should she. It's very emotional for me because it's not fair to her. It's not fair to any of the 8th graders, and I even feel bad for the 5th graders from Huber and Clarendon, even the kindergarten. They're not going to have anything either, and it's not fair. I know this is not anyone's fault, but it's not fair.
Thank you. Dave, you could provide your name?
He's muted, Jerry.
Yeah, can you unmute yourself?
Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry about that.
That's
Can you, I think you can hear me now. Okay, yes, Dave Lopez, and I also have a daughter in the 8th grade. And I just wanted to state real quick that I, like many other parents, have basically just found out about the 8th graders not getting a graduation, but yet the high schoolers are. And I just really quick wanted to just share my concern about that and disagreement. It should be all or none. You know, if the high school kids are getting a graduation, so should the 8th graders. I know that you call it promotion. I think that's technically because when 5th graders go into middle school, it's a promotion from 5th to 6th grade. But 8th grade, that's a graduation. I mean, that's a momentous life achievement, equally as important as high school or college. These kids are going to remember that for the rest of their lives. And, you know, they already got their semi-formal dance taken away from them. They got the trip taken away from them. I forgot what the first caller had mentioned. They also got the pool day taken away from them. These kids, you know, they miss their friends. You know, my daughter personally is very, very sad about this. And to not now also, you know, to also now be told I can't have a graduation, it's just really terrible. And I understand the concerns, the health concerns, but there must be something that can be done with social distancing. Practically speaking, you know, if it's done outdoors, you can require people to, you know, do the 6-foot rule. Even I would even be willing, you know, if there's a concern with gatherings, even if the board members wanted to require that immediate family only attend with the students, and or even if you want to go so far as to say just literally parents attend, you know, that way it isn't as large a gathering. Something must be able to come up with. Something must be able to be done that you guys could come up with that could make this happen. I feel there is a certain way that you could do it where everybody is still safe. But yeah, just please don't let the 8th graders go without a graduation. It's such an important time for them, an event, and you know, I just hope everybody could come to some kind of agreement to have that happen. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
We have one more, Mr. Kaur.
Hi.
Oh, sorry.
Sea Caucus Middle School. And I remember looking forward to graduation, looking forward to all these trips and these events that the 8th graders unfortunately didn't get this year. And I feel like graduation is something that it's like the last thing that they have to hold on to before, you know, they go on to high school. And I feel as if like if graduation wasn't, like if a ceremony wasn't presented for them, I feel like all the hard work that they have put in all these years, like they wouldn't see it as something that was worthwhile because, you know, hard work should be rewarded. And I don't think graduation should be, like this graduation should be considered as a promotion because again, promotion is from, you know, elementary to middle school, but they're going from middle school to high school, and it's a big milestone. And I went from Sea Caucus Middle School to High Tech High School. So graduation is also like a bittersweet moment where you say bye to the classmates that aren't going to be with you, and you start a new journey with all your friends. So I feel like graduation is something that should be necessary. And of course, there are the guidelines that we have to follow as a community to make sure that everybody is safe. And I feel like those guidelines can be met while making a graduation ceremony happen. So that's all I have to say.
We have one more, Ms. Capurso.
Hi, Elizabeth Capurso, Center Avenue. I just wanted to express my concern as well. My son is also in the 8th grade and is looking forward to the graduation ceremonies. You know, he's been through the school since kindergarten. I myself have been through the grammar school and the high school, you know, in this town, grew up in this town, stayed in this town for that reason. And I'd like, you know, my son to have all the opportunities that I had. That is one of the biggest reasons why I stayed in this town. So to say that, you know, only doing it for the high school, it's not a promotion, it's a graduation. We had the same graduation when I went through the school. It's definitely not just a promotion. Like they said before, you know, the biggest thing is a lot of these kids, they don't stay together. You know, they go off, some move, you know, some go, like you said, High Tech, you know, St. Peter's, Bosco. There are different schools, you know, not everybody stays here. And this is their chance to say goodbye, especially since so many other things got taken away from them. So I urge you, I implore that you really exercise all the different options there are with social distancing. I know that we can make it work. You know, a lot of people say we can stand online at Walmart. We can wish our kids, you know, a graduation. You know, that's really the biggest thing. You know, do it through A through M one day, M through Z another day. You know, if they have to do something like that to cut down on the crowds. You know, parents and siblings only, and everybody else has to watch it on TV. There's a will, there's a way. I know that the parents have already, as you've seen, they've signed the petition already. I know I myself have signed it. And, you know, let's just get it done. Thank you.
Jerry, this lady, Nathy, would like to speak.
Yes, I will find her here and the list.
There are a few that physically have the hands up rather than hitting the hands up sign, Jeff.
Right.
She didn't have the option to do it.
Okay, I have, she needs, okay, I believe she's been unmuted.
She's unmuted.
And she should be able to go ahead and speak.
Hi everyone, Nathy Labata here, 9th Street. I have a daughter who's been in the Sea Caucus School District since pre-K. And I just wanted to echo all the sentiments that have been expressed here today by all the parents. The 8th grade is a graduation ceremony, not a promotion. And these kids have lost so much in a matter of 3 months. Championship games, last couple of weeks with their friends, with their teachers, just socialization in general. If there is a way where we can make this happen, whether it's money needed to be raised, parents will definitely be a part of this. This 8th grade class has always been full of, they've always participated in everything as a whole and in big numbers. And they do deserve to have a ceremony to celebrate all the years that they've been together. Most of the kids my daughter's friends with, they've been together since pre-K. And this is a milestone in their life that they will never get back. Going into high school is a big step. It's already going to be a scary scenario for them, being that they've been pushed into a remote learning system for the last couple of months of their 8th grade year. So there's a lot of catching up that they might have to do. So if we could try to make this happen, to just give them something back, it just shows that we can come together as a community, as parents, and you as a board. Whatever we need to do, I know and I have faith that the parents for this 8th grade class will step up and come together and help wherever they need to do to make it happen. Thank you.
We have Ms. Rulo is asking to speak again.
I apologize on that. I just maybe thinking out of the box. What about like a drive-by graduation or something where all the students can all be in their cars, in their in their gowns, and maybe throw their caps or something, and have the teachers and superintendent and the principal all outside 6 feet apart, and just do it something like drive-by where everybody's socially distanced. Just throwing things out there, options.
Okay. And then we have Ms. Polio.
Hi, I'm Vidya Polio, County Ave. My son Vincent is in the 8th grade. We were kind of choked up picking up our cap and gown this week with the hope that graduation would happen. And I stress that the pack calendar states that it's graduation and not promotion. So we were all looking forward to that. Someone mentioned if there's budget issues, the community will try to come together. And I know if you need ideas, we can try to, we have 42 people right now. We can try to come together and get some ideas going on how we can do this socially distanced and keep it appropriate. And if you need volunteers, I know there's a lot of parents out there, including myself, we'd be happy to volunteer and do whatever you need done. So hopefully it would be considered for them to have a graduation ceremony. Thank you.
All right.
Anybody else, Jerry?
I don't see, there are no other hands. Oh, we have another one here. It's a phone number. I'll mute them and they can mention their name. The phone number ends in 0043.
Hi, my name's Gina Salerno, Edna Place. My son is an 8th grader, and I agree fully with all the parents that have spoken. This is a graduation, and I think these children have missed out on a lot. And the social isolation that has come with the pandemic is pretty significant out there. And I think as young teens, it's important for them to see their friends and maybe people that they're not going to see next year, because a lot do go to other high schools. But I think, yes, we would all as a community for the 8th grade as parents pull together for our children. And I think the town will, or the school system will do right by them. So I do agree that they deserve the same as the seniors, because we did pick up his cap and gown today as well for a graduation. So typically it would be a suit and a nice dress for a promotion. My other son went through the same thing, and I know my son was looking forward to having the same rites of passage as he did. So I agree 100% with everyone else. Thank you.
And then Miss Apis Davis. If you would unmute.
Okay. I'm a hard-of-hearing mom. I'm an 8th grader in the school district for the first time this year, so I'm still new to everything. And while I voice the same concerns as the parents on this board, my other thing that kind of gets me a little upset is the school. I feel like I've repeatedly reached out to the school to volunteer my time and to help out. And repeatedly, it's always, no thanks, we don't need to help, no thanks, we don't need to help. I feel that if there was more parental involvement, we can make things happen a lot easier, take some pressure off some teachers, gather some volunteers, make the graduation happen for the high schoolers, the 8th graders. I feel that parental participation is extremely important. And I wish the school would be a lot more open to parental participation and concerning the graduation, prom, everything. And that's about it, because I think everybody covered everything I wanted to say, because I can't do a lot of things.
I just want to share with you that we have a very active PTA in all of our schools. And we welcome volunteers. So this is Jennifer Monticello, superintendent. So if you want to email me, I can put you in touch with your child's PTA, and then we would love to have you involved.
Thank you. I honestly have had a bit of a difficult time this year trying to contact who to get a hold of, and it's been stressful for me.
I could take care of that for you with no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for calling.
Anybody else?
I see none showing at the moment. Is anybody signaling in any other way besides holding their hand up in the application in Zoom? All right, then that's it. There are no further comments.
I would like to comment. I would like to thank all the parents for not only attending this, but expressing their concerns. I appreciate it. I understand what you're saying. We're listening. We will try our best is what I can say at this point. Anybody else want to say anything? Then we have to close this and go back to exec, but we will come back out in public, but we probably won't be taking any action.
That is correct, Ms. Cali. No
So
action
we're
to
going
be
to
taken.
close the public, go back to exec and come back, sorry, come back out.
So we need a motion. We need a motion to go into executive session, Madam President.
Yes.
Motion to go into exec.
Second.
And
All right.
the purpose of the executive session is for legal and personnel matters.
So we're going to leave here and go back to open public exec. Thank you all.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really?